When you pull up to a gate at a national park and hand over your credit card to pay the entrance fee, the transaction feels simple. We naturally assume that money stays right there. We expect it to pay for the safety railings we lean against, the trail maintenance we rely on, or the roofs on the visitor centers. It operates on an unspoken contract. You fund the local wilderness, and the local wilderness stays open and safe for the public. But during the first 8 months of fiscal year 2026, that arrangement quietly broke down. Across the country, over 900 local park projects were abruptly left unfunded. This chart shows regional park spending outside Washington, D.C. It dropped 68% from last year, wiping out $854 million in local maintenance. You might expect massive congressional cuts, but Congress actually provided a flat $2.88 billion for the Park Service overall. If the top-line budget held steady, why did $1 billion vanish from local parks? In a flat budget ecosystem, money doesn't evaporate. If hundreds of projects are suddenly missing their funding, it is the direct mathematical result of that cash being spent somewhere else. Internal budget records obtained by The Atlantic point to exactly where it went. While regional parks lost out, project spending in the National Capital Region surged by 92%. This map illustrates how this happens through a legal mechanism called pooled revenue. Federal law allows a portion of the entrance fees and maintenance funds collected at individual local parks to be funneled together and redirected towards broader executive priorities. This means the $3 million needed to fund Acadia National Park's free Island Explorer bus system can be drained from the local account, and it ends up here. Internal documents indicate hundreds of thousands of dollars from those redirected accounts were spent laying granite and replacing stucco for the White House West Colonnade. The bureaucratic definition of park maintenance is incredibly flexible. It covers fixing dangerous guardrails in Colorado, and it covers executive branch beautification and anniversary parties in Washington. The extraction extends to human resources. To staff the 250th anniversary activities in the Capitol, the agency deployed about 450 employees, pulled from 200 different parks across the country. The parks they left behind were still forced to pay their regular salaries while they worked in Washington. To be completely accurate, some of the spending surge at the White House comes from entirely different sources. The records detail legitimate outside funding, including roughly $300 million in private donations for a White House ballroom project and $5 million from Lockheed Martin for a new helicopter landing pad. While that private money is genuinely paying for specific upgrades, its presence obscures the documented reality. Massive amounts of taxpayer park funds and local staff were aggressively shifted east. The administration actually asked Congress for a new $10 billion presidential capital stewardship program, specifically designed to prioritize these Washington projects over regional ones. Congress hasn't approved that massive request yet. Without that new money, the agency is quietly cannibalizing its national ecosystem to feed the Capitol. Because federal funding treats the parks as a single connected organism, the next time you pay a wilderness gate fee, you may not be paying for the trails you walk on. You might just be buying granite for the White House.